Hey, there we go. That was far more complicated than it had to be. Welcome back. Welcome back. Is it, well, I guess this is what we get for having a break. We come back and nothing works anymore. But here we are. We are back. And today we're going to play with the Happy Ghast. I've just been here trying to enchant some books. I have used over a stack of lapis in this so far, and we got some mediocre books out of it. So it is not going as well as it could there, but still, that's what we get when we roll the dice, right? It seems today is not today is not a lucky day, which means that it's probably a good thing that we are going to go and try and get our hands on a Happy Ghast, and then float out perilously over the void in it. So if we head down here to our bartering farm, we can grab some gold. How much is already stacked up in here? Okay, that's already quite full of gold. Let's first fill her up anyway. We are definitely not going to need all of this, but it can't help, right? And I do need to look at the setup here and try and get some more stuff. So let's feed these guys, and we'll see if we can get a dried ghast out of them. Ender pearls, no. So these guys will just recycle the gold nuggets into things at the moment, and I think there's like a 12% chance of them dropping a dried ghast. So hopefully it shouldn't take too long to get what we're looking for. But as we've unfortunately, as I upgraded, we somehow reset all of my achievements. So we'll probably see a bunch of those going off today. But we can at least get some. We can stock up some goodies a bit while we're waiting for the Happy Ghast to appear. There's so much blackstone. Really getting to the point where I probably need shulker boxes. To store all of this, but I mean, a lot of it just lives in random boxes over here now because I ran out of space to actually store them. Let's see what we have so far. Oh, there we go. We've got 2, 4. Oh, we've got a good bunch of them. So let's get up here and grab their gold so that they can't. Okay, that turns that off. We can. Okay, you can just have you. We'll let them have. We'll let them have the last pieces. But here we go. We have ourselves a dry ghast. Oh, how many are we actually going to get out of this? Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad a little haul. I was given our chance with the RNG on the books. I was kind of expecting that to go very badly, but our luck is turning around. So let's stash this obsidian and the crying obsidian away. Nether bricks. We need the nuggets. I'm not entirely sure why we're keeping the nuggets, considering we have an iron farm, but why not? And then the string. Fire charges go in this one. Oh, fill on ender pearls. We'll keep those anyway, as we might find need for them. We'll fill on those. That's a crap book. Okay, so what do we? So this is all rubbish. And then leather. Yeah, we've got some room for leather, and then the rest of this. Look away, Waddle. There we go. Okay, so this is what we've been after. Yeah. So I'm forgetting chat. So sorry, I haven't said hello to you guys properly. So hi to Waddle and to Story. Welcome in. And yeah, so this is what it's about. We have oops. So we have these dry ghasts. Let's take them back to the overworld, as they've suffered enough in the nether. Although we do probably want to get one into the nether at some point. That can be a future problem. Yeah, so we have the Happy Ghast. Oh, the mod is still loading stuff. Let's go and find a bucket. Well, actually, no, we've got our pond over here, haven't we? So yeah, this is what we've been after. So we've got the Happy Ghast here, who is all sad, and as we leave him in here. Oh, oops. Sorry, there we go. I still had the auto use enabled from when I was AFKing at the golf farm. We've lost one. Where did that go? We had 7 of them, right? Have I just been randomly placing them? So I've moved around. Oh, well, five is enough. 5 is enough, and we'll find the other one eventually. Let's have a little look in the nether and see if we left him there. Distant Horizons is still trying to catch up with itself after having upgraded. Okay, I didn't leave it here. Yeah. No idea where that's gone. I don't think the deepness in the pond matters much. I mean, they want to be hydrated, right? So the deeper we put them, the better. The more water, more better. Yeah, so here's it, and he seems happy enough. He's moving on, and we can see that let's have a look. What do we have on here? Okay, hydration is 0. So that will increase over time, and then we should hopefully get a Happy Ghast emerge. So I'm thinking as these take a while to hatch and grow up, I actually will take a water bucket or 2. Okay, I have 2 of them there already. We'll save those ones. Let's take a couple new water buckets, and I think maybe we'll go down to the ice farm as well, and we'll set up a little pond over there as well for them. So let's grab some blocks. We are a bit low on cobble and stuff. I might have to look at creating a fully automatic cobble farm. Like, we can do something that generates the stone, and maybe also generates the basalt, and then just pushes them into a blasting chamber, because we have TNT now. But yeah, okay. So why is there a random? That is from when I was moving villagers. That is from our last endeavor. Alright, let's there is our missing ghast. Okay. Oh, it had to jump through the portal, didn't it? Where did it go? Okay, we have 6 of them now. Alright, so now I'm thinking another cool place to explore from, cool spots to explore from. We'll set one of these up in the desert probably, and one in the ice farm. We won't be able to hydrate more than one, so let's go and do the drop one over in the desert first. Oh no, that's, he says, and then head to the ice farm. But yeah, let's head to the deserts. I think that's the second furthest location I actually have any sort of real infrastructure at. So we can head over there and spawn one. Maybe we can use these guys to explore some of the structures around here. So yeah, this place is still as we left it. Still gathering stuff. There are some random drops out there, but I did make a small modification to this. So now, because it was full up on redstone and we were unable to store anymore, I shifted it to actually crafting the redstone down into blocks now. So if we, oh, free slime. So what we have is, instead of pushing into a chest like all of the rest, this one pushes into a crafter, and then we just have a we have an observer clock there. It continuously pulses it. So now as redstone comes in, it gets crafted into blocks, and then we get the blocks in this chest instead of the actual thing. It's basically the same as our bone one, but our bone block one, but a bit simpler in that this one has to go bones to bone meal, then bone meal to bone blocks. We do have a lot of bones backed up in that one, but oh yeah. That is because the storage here is all full and it was spewing them everywhere. But yeah, so let's grab a few blocks. And we'll create an infinite water source here. And then we put one there, that should fill the whole thing. Cool. And we'll put a little friend in there. Let's put this sand back. Where did I get that from? So we're going to need some ingredients for a harness, right? Maybe we won't get the recipe until it actually spawns. But if I remember right, do we have? We don't have any leather here. We can head. Yeah, I think it's glass. Glass leather. Is it wool as well? How's this guy doing? You are still dehydrated. I wish some random person would just stop by and fix my hydration issues, but okay, let's go and make a couple of the harnesses. We should have the stuff we need back at the main base. We can check in on our little friend here as well. What are you on? You are... Oh, you have hydrated one stage. Okay. That is good news. Good news. Okay, so should we keep these? Put it in with the tadpole buckets. I guess as keeping the alive things that we have in a chest together seems to make sense. Yeah, they're going to take a little while to hatch, but we have a lot of snow, so we can break. Can we break the snow down into snowballs? Is that a thing? No. All right, so we'll go and get some. We'll get some snowballs as well. So let's see if I can remember the recipe for this. So we need some leather. We need some wool. What colours are we going to go for? Maybe we'll go for one black and then do we have any lapis? We can have a blue one as well, as well. Not there. Ah, there we go, one lapis. We can use that to make a we'll take some blue dye. Ah, there we go. And now we finally unlocked the recipe. So here we go. Ah. Okay, so I've got the recipe for dyeing a harness, but not for the harness itself. That's that is clever. We need some glass, I think, for that. Do we have no glass here? How can we not have any glass? Okay, we are heading back to the desert, it seems. How can I get lapis in Skyblock? So the lapis comes from the clerics. They will trade it for emeralds. So, which is one of the reasons why I have all of the clerics down in our gold farm, because they will trade the gold for emeralds, and then I can trade those emeralds straight back for the lapis, and then we can use that for our own. And then as that's our main XP source at the moment, we can then use that to you are not gonna actually hydrate well, we're not here, are you? But let's okay, well, we've got plenty of sand. That's oh, let's take all of the excess sand back that we can. And then we'll shove all of this in a smelter, and we'll get some glass going. I've been giving some thought in this area as well, and what I want to do with it. So if I go into free cam for a sec, what I've been thinking is that I want to build up from the base and have a sort of stairs coming out to give it a sort of an inverse sort of pyramid-y look down here. I think I want to come out a bit wider and have more space around this area. I'm not quite sure how far out I'll go. Probably at least this far, maybe further. And then with that extra space, I'll then come in diagonal from there using stairs. I should probably replace all of this with smooth sandstone. The thought of all of these deep slate blocks is not appealing. But I'm guessing I'll end up doing it anyway, just because my inner perfectionist probably won't allow me to do otherwise. But yeah, and then that'll give us quite a bit more space here, and then we can get some other stuff going over here. So we can get a camel or two over here. Want to try and build up a little oasis. Maybe we'll actually get a cactus farm installed over here as well. So, I have so much stuff I can't actually pick the boat up. I do apologise if you can hear the construction works behind me. They've been okay the last few days, and they've decided that as I'm streaming, just as I'm streaming today as a special treat, they're gonna use noisy power tools. Yeah, the cacti are also good for item disposal. So you can use them as traps for some of the mobs. I've been trying to do that with the slimes. Unfortunately, I was hoping I could use buttons to limit the spawning space and get slimes, prevent slimes from spawning in the slime chunks. The buttons don't stop them from spawning. They stop them spawning on that particular block, but they don't count as that block being blocked in order to prevent sort of something that needs that, something in size requires that block to spawn. Let's dump all of this in here, and we'll take the first few bits out and use that to construct our harnesses. Yeah, we've been having some fun with the building works. They finally actually got to my floor, which was fun, as I woke up the other morning without warning to some stranger wandering around outside, moving my furniture around on the terrace, which was not the most well, not what you want first thing in the morning as you wake up. Can I use the cactus flowers? That's actually a good ask. I mean, it will mean a lot of cactus flowers over there, but the other thing I can use is water. But it's a bit of a strange place to be putting water in, and I wonder if we can use some sugarcane, though. I wonder if we can use some water and some sugarcane. And then I'm also thinking that I might try and figure out how to make a palm tree. Okay, let's head back over to this one, as the one at the base is being hopefully being chunk loaded. So I think that one will progress even if we're not there, because of the way that the random ticks were changed. So as long as the area is loaded, he should tick away. let's head over here. Yeah, the buttons are not sort of cutting it. So nothing, what I've worked out is nothing will spawn on this block. But if something spawns on this block and it needs a 3x3 area, it will go, ah, okay, there's nothing obstructing me in this area, so I can still spawn. The flower, I'm not sure if that will block it or not. Let's give it a try. We'll put a couple. We'll leave that one. It'd be nice if we could get all of them to spawn with flowers, actually. But yeah, the flowers, I'm not sure if that will count. Because normally the flowers and the grass don't tend to stop mobs from spawning. We can put a couple down. I mean, I don't hate it there. We do have a floor underneath this, so we could also I put the buckets back. Do we have a bucket over here somewhere? Buckets of snow. This is the most ridiculous thing in Minecraft. So if I take this, okay, so snow in the desert melts straight away, right? So we can't, if I put normal snow down, it would melt. But powdered snow, I can put that down, that's going to stay there forever. So what I was thinking is, if I take the sandstone, the smooth, I need the smooth sandstone, don't I? Do we have any of that handy? Since this is all, no. Chiseled, cut. Ah, yes, we do have a bit. Okay, so if I turn that into a couple of slabs. What I can do is maybe take some water, have a little bump in, have a little bump there, and then and we can sort of decorate that a little bit, put some sugarcane in as well. I think having too much of this around though is still going to be not great. But we could potentially do something like that around to get the, because this should now, I don't think, yeah. So I don't think anything should be able to spawn here. Possibly, no. So I think this is the nearest sort of spawnable space now, and then this one. But those two are sort of obscuring things so that nothing else could spawn there, and then this one as well. So I think we can maybe work with this to get the spawn proofing in. Yeah, amethyst buds would work as well, but I sort of want it to blend in though. What we really need more than anything is we need sand layers, like the snow layers, which they've hinted at in the past as part of like a desert refresh, and we kind of got a bit of a desert refresh in more recent ones with the addition of like the dried grass and stuff. But we haven't really seen the rest of the stuff that was sort of hinted at in the desert update. And one of those is, and in other sort of sneaky sort of hints in the past. But the sand layers, I think, would be perfect, right? Because then we could do the same as we do in the thing. We could just put a couple of extra layers of the. We could just put a couple of extra layers of the snow, so we could just, instead of this being a massive bump, we could have just had one. We could have had a sort of a single layer around, and then had a 2-layer in the middle. It's also a shame we don't have any carpets that are sort of close to this color either, because we could have used those as well. Maybe I'll just leave this lying around somewhere. There you go, let's put it in there. But yeah, sand layers would solve most of our problems. Oh. How you doing, little guy? Okay, hydration level 1. You're catching up with the other one. You've probably passed him a bit by now. No, actually, that guy's probably still ahead. But okay, so these I think I'll take out because they're not actually doing much. Do you know what else would probably work as spawn proofing that would be really cool here? Oh, I don't know if I have any. So we have the mini blocks from Vanilla Tweaks, and if we can get some cactus mini blocks, so we have like a few big cactuses and then some little baby cactuses sort of scattered around as well, that would probably actually look quite nice. I don't think the sugarcane's actually gonna do much to help with the spawn proofing, but I'm hoping by adding that in, it sort of detracts a little bit from the weirdness of the slab being there. Let's grab a few of these slabs actually. I do love the particles model. I was so glad that continued to work after the upgrade. So I'm just gonna slab this off. And that will prevent anything from spawning around the back here. We don't want any surprises in the back package. Let's turn. Oh, we still have the light massacre up around here. Sea cucumbers could work. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they'd block spawning, but they do have a hitbox. They do have a collision box. So yeah, I don't think things like this, where this doesn't have a collision box, I don't think it stops anything. But this well, this here does have a collision box, and then the cactuses, ouch, they have one. So they will prevent things, but so in theory the sea pickles could work. I wonder what they would look like here though. I think I'm going to spam some cactuses around as well, just so, because at the moment it's a bit weird where they're all sort of clustered over here. But we'll probably tighten up the placements on those later, but for now they can grow a bit. Let's put this stuff back. And we'll go back to the base and we'll see if we have any sea pickles. And we will also see if we have, we'll leave the sugarcane here as well. I might also, I'm discarding the string. Oh no, we don't get any string in this one. We do get string from the bartering palm though, so I might even use some string to prevent the sugarcane from growing too unwieldy. Maybe I'll leave the leather here as well, because it might come in handy. We may have to saddle a camel at some point in the future. We're not going to get any spawns at the moment because previously I was getting far too many bunny spawns and they were getting all up in the redstone and breaking things, but yeah, the glow in the extra lighting could also be quite cool. If we don't use them in the, if we don't use them on the sand itself, actually no, we won't get a glow because they will only glow. They only glow underwater, from if memory serves. So they won't glow if they're out in the open. But yeah, I had to relocate a number of bunnies. We've got some dead bushes. I don't think they will particularly spawn-proof the firefly either. What do we? No, none of this will. Just sort of, I'm wondering what we have that would work. So we've got a large selection of heads. We could spawn-proof the slime chunks with slime heads, but do we have? Okay, we have some mini sand. Why are they named different? That is weird. We don't have any. We don't have any cobble. Sorry, any stone or sand or cactus ones. Could try that as well. We've got the mossy cobble. I'm not sure which of these is the correct naming. I'm guessing there was a glitch in the data pack. But hopefully if we put this in here. Oh. And we rename it the same. No. Okay, you want to pretend that you're different items. Why have you got to do this to me, Minecraft? Why? Moss carpets and power moss carpets would also block things from spawning, but they're a bit... I'm not sure the colours sort of line up on those. What else do we have here? There's sandstone there. I don't think any of the sculk stuff is the right vibe. I think sweet berries would potentially work, but I'm not sure on those either. We could go with some. We could go with some bamboo. Does bamboo grow in deserts? I don't know if it does. I think it needs more of a more humid climate, right? I mean, I know it grows in sand, but in Minecraft it grows on sand, but what else do we have? Yeah, I don't think any of those really fit what we're going for. Is there anything else here that might work? We could take the mini tough as well. Yeah, it's less about the biome. I was just thinking for the sake of well, realism in a block game that we might want to I don't want to go too obscure placing of stuff, but yeah, so that's not actually, I don't think that's going to actually spawn proof anything, but so this this here is potentially spawnable. I could maybe go and that's not too bad. Can I place the cactus flower on the... No, I can't place it on the player heads. So one... Place another one of those. What is the correct tool for the player heads? More of a random angle, and then let's go put, we can put one of those cactuses over there. That will hopefully clear out some of the area. Yeah, I think we really need some mini cactus blocks. Let's see if we call up the... here we go. So we render the slime chunks. Okay, so it's only... So I guess that's the only one that's sort of... That one... Okay, so that's too far over. It couldn't really spawn there. I put that there. Okay, that should stop. That cuts off this. I think they need a 3x3 space, so that should cut this space off. Yeah, so this one, there is a 3x3 there, so let's move this over one. And that actually means this one probably needs to go over a bit as well. I mean, this is meant to be an episode about the Happy Ghast, but it appears we're having one about decorating the desert instead. Yeah, as Vordel says, remember to smash that like button. Thank you. You are too kind. Okay, I need something to... and then put a bit of the sugarcane down. I wish it would allow diagonals. I wish it would allow diagonals on where we place the sugarcane. Okay, so this is, I think, yeah, I think this is spawn proof now all the way. I think this is probably the first spawnable space. No, this is probably the first spawnable space. So we need something here to block that. Could just also mix in some of these tough blocks as well as just as random stones. Let's get a bit more of a random angle on it. He says putting it at pretty much the same angle as this one. See, human beings are inherently terrible at randomness. It's, yeah, I think, okay. I don't think this looks too bad. We might top these off with the flowers. I guess it's a manual cactus farm for now. But yeah, we might top these off with the flowers, and that one could even just be a short one. And it's looking okay. How is our little friend doing? Oh! There we go. He just he progressed the level just as we looked. How's that for timing? So what are you on now? You're on hydration level 3. So okay, so I think one more, and he will hit the. He'll be fully hydrated. Before that though, I think we should probably go get some snowballs and some leashes. Let's leave these decorative blocks behind. We were going to check how the sea pickles looked as well. How does that look? I'm not sure on those. We'll leave them down here anyway. Let's, pick our desert snow back up. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go stock up on snowballs. And I'm gonna get some leashes so that we can put these guys, tie these guys to a fence so that they don't wander too far, as I am currently not 100% sure how their AI is going to handle the void. A lot of flying mobs have issues and tend to float down into it and get stuck. That was how we got our LA friend. How is our little ghast friend over here doing? Hang on. Oh, he's hatched. Where are you? Oh, look at that. Hey, there he is. Hey. Hang on. Let's quickly get a leash. No. Get away from the edge. Get away from the edge. Leashes. Where are leashes? Ah, there they are. Okay. Where's he gone? Where has he gone? Oh, no. You already... no. Where has he disappeared to? Please tell me he's just somewhere nearby. Let's sleep and get rid of this weather quickly. No. Okay, so we've lost our first Happy Ghast of the world. I have a lead now. I didn't, unfortunately. Oh, come on. It's so dark though. Is it not light? Maybe he's just underneath. Yes. Okay. So he's down here. Come on. Okay. So he didn't immediately float into the void and get stuck. That's kind of promising. What are we doing? Where's my fortune shovel? So then if we come down here, we still have this guy, this poor guy stuck down here. Forever trapped under the base. Okay, where's the ghast gone now? Ah, there you are. Okay. So, boom. Okay, we've got him on a lead. Shall we just force feed him to... Here we go. Okay, so that took quite a few. Let's get some more for the other one. Hang on. What happened to our lead? Oh, there we go. Okay. So we can now okay, we put the harness on you. Hey, we are riding a ghast. Okay. Ouch. Okay. now. Okay, so we've got... Oh well, these are very slow. I'd seen some videos about how slow they were, but I hadn't realised just how slow they actually are. Oh, hi Dome, welcome in. But yeah, these are so how do the controls work? I don't want to risk getting off that. Okay, so we've got him back up. We've got him back above ground. If I hit space, okay, that space takes us up. Okay. So I have to look. So space brings us up, and I have to look down and press forward to go downwards. Yeah, okay. We have our first air transportation of the world. So let's get this guy over to the post, and we will. Yeah, this is me and Dome have been playing some modded Minecraft, and we have dragon mounts in that are so fast the server actually struggles to keep up with rendering chunks as you move around on them, as you go into new areas. So this is a far cry from those, and I guess from an Elytra as well, but. Yeah, it's shift to dismount, but I was sort of hoping that we would be able to... Shift would take us down as well. Okay, let's get some snowballs here for the other guy. I think maybe we'll start over by the desert, because there is a few structures up and around there that we can go and visit. What have we got here? Okay, that should be more than enough. Yeah, actually that's too many. The window is open, but unfortunately, if I close the window, I'm likely to overheat. But let me have a look and see if I can close it. How is that? Has that quietened it down much? It still sounds quite loud here. I've tried to filter it out, but it's not. I need to figure out how to set my audio up better than I have it. Where's the... Okay, so this is that's the snow bit one. And then let's head back to the desert. Yeah, it seems... I think it got a bit louder just now as well. So I don't know. So now I've shut the window, they've decided to stop making the noise. This is becoming a recurring theme with the builders. At some point they will actually be right outside the window, and that I'm not looking forward to. Okay, so this one, we'll go here. This guy's happy. Yeah, so here's level 3 at the moment. He should pop into fully hydrated any moment now. And yeah, and then there's a few things around here. So we have a pillager outpost over there. There's a trial chamber there. I'm not sure if we want to do a trial chamber. Another one there. Third. There are some jungle temples around. That's a pyramid. That's our desert village. There is a camel over there. We could go rescue the camel and bring it over to the desert, to our desert island. I was actually wondering how I was gonna move the camel away from there. I was thinking I was gonna have to bridge all the way over to where it is. And then walk it back and get it into the nether. And then wander along the dodgy sort of lower paths back to the base. But now I could just bring it over here, and we can take it back through. We can keep it here for now, and eventually we can take when we do build the zoo, we can take some back via the nice safe tunnels. I think there's another village around here too. So that's the one that I. So those are our paths from when we explored around there before, and there is definitely a camel in that village, or was definitely a camel in that village. I'm sure I secured it somewhere safe. Dude, no. What do we want? A slime chunk rendered. So let's try and block these guys off a bit more as well. Something there. And then maybe a couple more slabs. So that block's there. Out. Okay, get a couple more of these cactuses. And hopefully this whole area should be slime free. And then we'll grab the player head maybe. Oh, our little ghast friend has grown up. Okay, let's bring you around here away from the cactuses. Oh crap! I'm falling into my own redstone. Come on, no, away from that cactus. Why are the mobs in this game so stupid? Let's feed you up. And there we go. Okay, so we've got our second Happy Ghast. Give him blue harness, or her, or it. We'll just keep a bunch of snowballs in hell. Sorry, in the desert. Maybe we'll actually take a stack of these in case we need to call him over. Why are you going into the mob farm's killing chamber? Okay, we also, do we have any bamboo fences left? Oh, I did bring some bamboo over. That was meant to be for decorative purposes, but and then sticks. No, not that one. Oh, damn it! That's the. Okay. Now can I make a fence? Yes. Let's put the fence somewhere a bit further away from the mob killing chamber. I don't think you're about to do anything stupid from here. We don't need the slime. Oh. We don't need the slime chunks rendered anymore. Yeah. This is now very busy. We're gonna have to find some smarter spawn proofing around here to prevent the slimes from spawning. Fortunately, they're not light sensitive either, which means that hang on, if I put them offhand, then you should automatically come to me, right? Oh, no. Okay. That is going to be potentially be a problem. Okay. So we can now explore. I'm not sure if we'll try it and take it on, but let's go have a look at the pillager outpost. See what's up here. I love how the vines that have spawned on the lower foundations of this have just grown all the way down now. Actually, I'm just thinking I'm gonna leave my armor behind. As the last thing I want to do is have to recreate that. So I think we'll chuck our armor yeah, we're gonna chuck our armor into a chest. What day number are we on? We are on where are we? We're on day number 9,000 exactly. get rid of the F3 overlay there. I'm actually looking. Oh, I'm just wasting these snowballs as well. No. Okay. No, the snowballs in the offhand do not help. Yeah, we've got quite a few in there. Some of that has been AFK-ing, but so we haven't actively been playing the world for that long, but we can put our stuff in this one, I think. Someone remind me of that when I'm hunting around later, panicking because I can't find it. Okay. Yeah, well, it depends if you throw them at them or not. So throwing the snowballs is well, I don't think it's hurting them, but it's definitely attacking. The snowballs don't actually. I think the only thing that snowballs actually hurt are blazes. Otherwise, they just tend to do 0 damage. So, what do we have? Okay, so there are pillagers in there. I guess we want to keep some distance from the crossbows. Oh. There is a chest. So there is a chest in there. Oh. They're spawning on the roof as well. Okay, so at some point we're gonna have to come raid that. I think they're showing a red face because you're actually throwing it at them rather than feeding it to them. Let's head this way. So we can see our village over there. I'm not sure how far that is from us. It could be quite a distance. And this is not the fastest of transportations. Wow, there were quite a few. There were quite a few cages up here as well. We might have to go check and see if there's more LAs stuck in the void. We can go check this this room portal, see if there's any loot to be had there. I probably should have brought some tools if I want to do something like the pyramid. Hopefully we can go and get our camel. We'll grab some loot on the way. Let's, yeah, there is another village there, which we can go and check. Okay. Oh, lodestones, nice. A clock. I think we have a clock. Oh, a golden mending hoe. Not sure what that will be useful for. But there's something quite nerve-wracking about being on the sky as we sort of hover over the void like this. But here we go, let's get over towards our village. Why are the villagers? Why is there a villager on my path? How did he get there? He must have actually jumped down from one of the. He must have actually jumped down from one of the houses. I mean, we didn't actually check these thoroughly. We should come back at some point. These are actually a rare thing now. The desert villages have, I think, been removed as they're no longer necessary. As the camels now spawn in deserts, the only reason the desert villages were kept in the data pack was so that there was access to camels. And yeah, we don't necessarily need them for that anymore. We can rob this place a bit though. Let's see. If I get off you now. Oh. Well, that was definitely worth it. Not worth it. Come back. Come back. Wait. Excuse me. Help. Wait. Over here. Wait, come back. Okay, so this is an imperfect science. We're gonna have to be a bit more careful where we dismount and get back on this guy if he's gonna wander away like that immediately. So what are our options? I think so. Yeah, our camel was in here, and we ringed him in so that he couldn't. Oh no 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 no. Okay. Is there a bed in here? Why did I choose the only house without a bed? Though, what is that? Is that a baby phantom? I have never seen a phantom that small before. Come on. Okay, maybe it was a good thing we looted that that blacksmith's. Might as well. Where has the ghast gone? Ah, there he is. Oh. Okay, that's not good. Can I get to somewhere with a bed? I think maybe I stole the beds out of here already. We might actually just have to wait the night out. unfortunately. It doesn't seem like the Ghast is wandering too far though. It's staying roughly in our location. Look how many phantoms there are up there. I need to learn to sleep while we're doing stuff, and I need to get out of it, pigs. Or we may have to have some technical difficulties. The phantoms are definitely not harmless. I think they have pushed me into the void so many times. Now, I think they're one of the biggest menaces in a Skyblock world. We lost an entire buried treasure full of loot to these at one point. But at the moment, I think the pigs are being more of a menace. They're actually playing chicken. How close are we today? We are right in the middle of the night, unfortunately. Oh, maybe we can get a few phantom membranes while we're here. We should probably look into a farm for these guys at some point, just so we can get some slow falling potions. Oh. I have no idea what happened there, but the pigs have disappeared. What would you use as bait for a phantom farm? I guess I would be the bait. I just need to find a way to get them to mess up their pathing and get stuck. So if they were to fly under something and then be they sort of swoop down and then head back up. So I think if there was a thing for them to fly under, they then had a lip, they would potentially get stuck and be unable to get back up to the sky, which possibly make them easy pickings. What do you mean, poor little piggies? I have no idea what happened to the pigs. They were there 1 minute and then gone the next. They could be in a much nicer place. Oh, phantom head. Oh wow, that is quite cursed. It almost looks like a weird fish. I wonder if there is a... I wonder if there's a head for the Happy Ghast. I don't know how we we may... that does not seem like a nice thing to investigate, but... honey blocks... Yeah, I don't know if honey blocks would stick. They would get stuck. Particularly, well, they would slow them down, but I don't know if they would keep them stuck. It could also maybe vines might we'll have a play and we'll see if anything confuses their pathing at some point in the future. As long as they get stuck where we can reach them, then we can farm them. I know they're scared of cats. I don't know if I don't know if we'll be able to find a use for that. Maybe, but all right. So those have now gone. Let's see if we can get our Ghast back. Where have you wandered off to? I don't see him at all. Hello, Mr. Happy Ghast. Oh, okay, you're down there. Come on. Up here, please. Hello. Hello. How mob farm over there looks so small from this distance. It looks positively tiny. Oh, hang on. No, come on. Come back. It's like, I think that is the biggest structure in our world. It just looks like a toy. What is with this guy? Where are you? Okay. Why are you underneath like that? That is so... Come on, this way. This way. Okay, these things are actually infuriating. Why is everything in this game involving mobs so irritating? Come here. Why can I not get onto you? Okay, Step on like that. Okay. Okay. So let's go visit our camel. So here's a question. If we leash this guy, as long as we're not doing any elytra shenanigans, I think that the new leads should hold. Oh. I need to try and get down to him. I think I'm a bit too high. Or maybe I can leash it through the. I can leash it through the slabs. Okay. So now if I go. Come on. Uh-oh. Oh well. Look at that. Oh, I've still got that stupid head on. Oh, let's take that off. That is quite ridiculous. Oh, that is one of the. I think that might be one of the silliest things we've done. Okay, so now let's get down lower. So we need to get below Y60. Okay, so as long as we stay below Y64, I think it is. As long as we're below Y64, we should be safe from phantoms. So they only spawn if you are. They only spawn if you're above sea level. Okay. So we have 1, 2, and 3 more villages. Not sure which. Oh, sorry. I'm not sure which one is closest. I thought that was the closest, but I think that one might maybe be the closest. So we can head over. We can head over there after. See if we can get a second camel. And then we'll have enough for breeding, and we'll hopefully be able to maintain a healthy camel population in the future. Yeah. I can't get a good angle on this to just enjoy the ridiculousness of it all. Oh, I do think third person is I do think third person is a much better way to fly these though. I wonder if we'll start to see mods that will adjust your sort of point of view while riding them. So I feel like this, but a little bit more zoomed out, would probably be the best. I might have a look and see. We might have to have a look at some more mods to see if we can get a nice camera mod to help with this. Okay, so coming in. Oh, and the camel has landed. There we go. We have our first camel. Safe and secure. I'm going to go use a bed, I think. Have my little hidey hole here. I can't sleep because it's daytime. We don't have any wool. I don't think we have a spare bed either. Well, it is morning according to our clock, so actually let's dump the junk from that last trip. So we'll put that all in here. We'll keep the sword. I might keep the clock as well, just so we can see what we're doing. Okay, so we've got one camel now. Come on, wait, get out of there. Yeah, I've got a sword. I don't know if we'll need any other tools. So we're gonna go quick. We're gonna do a quick raid in, snag the camel, and run for it. But I think it might be well worth grabbing wait. Oh no, I read the clock wrong, so it was coming up tonight. So it might be worth grabbing a cheapo pick. We'll get some. We'll go. I think after this, we'll go to the hoggling farm. We'll get some emeralds. We'll then head back to the main. Happy Ghast croons. That's the sound effect it makes. It croons. I think we'll go back to the base after that, and we'll use those emeralds to buy ourselves just some basic armor, sword, and pickaxe. And then we'll come back and maybe we'll try a jungle temple. Yeah, we are getting close to the Phantom Zone. 50, 51. Oh. Can I hook this guy from below? Okay. Then if I sail off this way, what happens? Oh. Let's descend And if I check F5, haha, we have a camel. Cool. Okay, that was a successful raid on the village, I think. Yeah, I think I might go get some cheapo diamond tools and then maybe we hit the jungle temple. See what we can get in there. Almost feel it's so slow. It almost feels like it's not moving. What is that speed? 3.6. 3.6 blocks per second. That is that is some epic slowness. Yeah, we've got our okay. So we've got our second camel. Do I need? I'm actually thinking when we have this crappy iron sword. What I might do is, instead of going back and getting diamond stuff, if I've got some iron here, I might just make an iron pick. And then, okay. Second camel secured. Yeah, let's this is such a cursed way to play. I wish the third person was better. I mean, even with, I think I have a mod. Yeah, I have a mod to improve the third person still. It's still not great. Do we have any iron here? Okay, that's. Okay, with the stuff growing, I'm not this. I wasn't as sold on this when everything was low down, but. Dude, why are you in the mob farm? Just why? It's like, of all the places to go chill out, you choose to be surrounded by all of the mobs. Okay, let's yes, we do have some iron. And some sticks. So let's where was the iron? It was in this one. I mean, we might as well, while we're here, just create ourselves a full set of disposable gear. It's been a while since we had gear this crap, but alright, let's put that back. And then we'll see if we can get the ghasts. Oh, then we actually, let's go sleep, and then we will be, as it is night, we'll be free of phantoms for a bit. I don't tend to like sleeping in the desert. It's the only time that our mob farm actually works, but we can do that now. And then, okay, let's try and get you over here. Come on. So come on. Right, let's grab a leash as well. And we'll also grab a... again with the wasted snowballs. Come on. Get over here. Where are you going? Okay. It's interesting you can't seem to board him from when he's below. Okay. So where is our nearest jungle temple? As we haven't done one of those yet in this world, so that could be pretty interesting. Is it that one? Yeah, I think it might be this one over by the... over by the village. Oh. Why are you going... Why are we going foggy now? This the game just does not want us to have an easy time at this, does it? I think we'll head over to the jungle temple. Yeah, I think that is the nearest. We'll give that a raid, and I think the last thing we'll do is we'll have a quick scout around by that pillager outpost and see if there are any more allays in the void. And then if we do find some, we'll give them a rescue. And then I think we will probably call it after that. So I'm going to see if I can actually do the jungle temple properly. Although it may turn into a mob farm. That is one problem with these, is we approach so slowly that it does give things a chance to spawn. Where is that structure? I think it's straight ahead, isn't it? Yes, I think it's there. No, that is there it is. So yeah, as we're approaching so slowly, things do have a chance to spawn. Should we watch the mob cap increase as we get close? Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's not been too bad. I think what I'll do is I'll head up to the top maybe and we'll park on the roof. No, I'll probably not make it back up there again. Let's. Oh no. That was not exactly what we didn't want to see. Put that there. And then we'll try and leash this guy up. Oh, sleep well, sorry. Okay, so we only have one mob spawned. It had to be a creeper, didn't it? Oh. Wow, that actually did surprisingly little damage to the structure. Okay, some torches would have been a smart move as well, I think. So here we have the top floor. Nothing to be had here. And then as we head down here, this is where the traps are. I can't actually remember how this one works. Let's disarm that. We'll take the tripwire. Oh, and the arrows. Oh. Again for that one. We'll take the dispensers as well. And we can never have enough redstone. I forget what the combination is. Can we what? Waddle. Yeah. Okay. I said I was going to do it properly, but I really can't remember. So yeah, so it's that. Okay, so that puts the thing back, and then if we pull, and then this pulls it out, and then we should have a, there we go. For some reason I was remembering the entrance being that side. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these. Let's what did we trigger an arrow for? Okay, we'll take the pistons as well. And then we'll take the levers. We'll take the fancy blocks as well. I wouldn't mind a lot more of this mossy cobble, but I think we'll save tearing it down for another day. But there we are, okay. What did we actually... I think we're safe. I think I lost that lead. Yeah, that one went to the void. Okay. I mean, some diamond horse armor's not too bad. Other than that, I think the sticky pistons and the dispensers were probably the most valuable loot from that structure. So we'll head back. And then we'll go have a quick, on the way back, we'll have a quick scout for the LAs. And the final thing I want to test with these as well is how do they handle being below bedrock level? So we can't build anything under Y54. But I'm wondering if these guys can actually fly down there, because you can fly down there with an elytra, and there's a gap between Y64 and, oh wow, look at the amount of mobs on there. It's probably why we were okay in the temple. All the mobs had spawned here. Yeah, there's a gap between Y-64 and Y-128 that you can sort of be in the void without taking damage. So I might go see. When we get back close to land, so that I can make a quick escape if I have to, and then we could potentially pull this guy out with a fishing rod or a lead. But I'm gonna see if he can fly down under the island. I mean, these are definitely not a replacement for the elytra. I know people were like, "Oh, why the Happy Ghast when we have elytras, etc." But I mean, we haven't been to the end yet, and we've got this guy. And I'm still looking forward to an elytra eventually. I think this is probably a bit more risky than the elytra as well, and that there are still a myriad ways in which we can kill ourselves with this. But we also get some level of flight. Okay, so we can. Oh, we can get under our islands. Okay, that is cool. So that is going to come in very handy when we are detailing the sides of things and detailing the islands themselves. We can go in and put some sort of more raggedy bottom to things. Let's go see if there are any allays over here. If there are, we will get some leads, and we'll try and mount a rescue mission for them. It's not looking like there is. Okay, so we only have the one out of all of those cages. Only one allay. That seems quite stingy. Unless they manage to fly off a bit in random directions first. Although I would have thought they'd be within. I would have thought they would have rendered by now. Though one did make it over there, so. It's not looking like there are any more allays. Oh, that's fine. We only need the one, and with some amethyst, we'll be able to breed him up into multiple. Amethyst is actually something we'll need to tackle. I think we might actually have to look at that soon. So we'll have a look at mining a geode, and maybe we'll look at some automatic amethyst farming. We can get a flying machine to zip back and forth, and we'll use a string we have to make some more leads. Here we go. Oh no. Got the camel that time. Come on, get over here. Okay, these guys are definitely a bit more annoying than they need to be, but no, I think that was successful. I'd say. So we didn't get much interesting loot, but I feel we've proved the concept. We've proved the concept. We can get out there. We can get some stuff. We've got some camels now. We did get a bit of loot. Yeah, so I think these guys are probably a nice addition to our world. We'll have to try and figure out what we're going to do with them, though. They're going to need somewhere to stay, and I'm probably going to need to do something around transporting them through the Nether as well, so we can nip into the Nether, move between areas and come back out. I could probably get him through the larger portal here, but then the question is, what do we do once he's in here? And will we be able to get him down the tunnels? I'm not sure if they can go in minecarts. That would be something we can test, but I think we're going to call it here for today. I think I'm gonna call that a success. We have 2 Happy Ghast. We have ourselves 2 Happy Ghast. We have spawn proofed, albeit not quite as prettily as I would like. But this slime chunk is now not spawning slimes, which is definitely an improvement. And we did our first jungle temple. All in all, I think that was worthwhile. So we will be back, hopefully be back next week. And with that, we can I'll have to have a think at what we can do. I think we maybe we'll have a look into amethyst. And once we have amethyst, we can then get our little LA friend, and we can try and get ourselves a few more of them. So I'll throw up a stream for next week. We can have a look at that, and I will hopefully see you all next week. Bye.